All right, so this is one example of how we might guide uh, target language scenario construction, in this case just using WordPress. So this is one setup we can use. We can have a lot of flexibility here in terms of what we build and what things are filled out. And it's essentially just like a form. We could even do it front end and use a form if we wanted to avoid having people have to log into WordPress at all. In this case, we're just naming it. In this case, I named it my county shoes. I'm picking my target language. I'm giving the persona a name. So this is who I'm speaking to, and in this case, a role, the bus driver. And then I kind of set the scenario. In this case, being kind of ridiculous, saying that I'm trying to get a bus driver to let me bring a cow on the bus. I've got the ability to set some guidelines around the language level. I think these work, but we need to verify that. And then I have the ability to kind of prioritize certain words. And then we can attach an image. So what this does first is it then generates a WordPress post, which is going to look something like this. So students would be able to see individual scenarios or lists of scenarios. And this language could be in English or it could be in the target language or some sort of mix. And then gives you a button to try the scenario, which is going to open and set the same kind of context here for reference and telling you to type over here. You can see, I'm starting just by saying hello, my cow and I, entrance. It's doing some gentle correction here, kind of changing from entrance to ticket. Again, it's going to correct my part in mi perdón. My Spanish is terrible, but you get the idea. We're able to kind of have an extended conversation here going back and forth. What we need to do is kind of have more experiences with this to see how well it's doing with people who are better able to evaluate that. When you're done, if you want it to, you could save it as a text file if you needed to turn it in or reference it. It basically right now breaks it down into human AI patterns like this. We could do lots of different things if we needed to keep records of this in different ways. And down the road, we might be able to do this with spoken languages as well. That just gets a little more expensive in terms of token usage and things like that. So we need to think about it a little bit harder. Right now, these types of interactions are really cheap, pennies per thousand tokens, something like that. So we can experiment here, try and develop some patterns and paths that make sense, and then look how reasonable it is to take it to other levels with oral language.